You're listening to Hackers IRL. We're the people the news pretends are a single character. We are not. We pop shells, walk our dogs, fight with our printers, and somehow ship the work. This show is voicemails. Brain dumps from our side of the wire about whatever's on our minds. The line stays open. Up next, Panda with Ashura. Here's their story.
Hey guys, it's the Monday before HackSpaceCon. I head out tomorrow to head down there and start setting up the network. My living room right now is full of network gear. I've been going through and updating access points, testing them, making sure stuff is okay, so we can provide a good network experience at the con. It's really important for our paid trainings. It's actually one of the reasons that we picked up the hotel too, instead of just trying to do everything at Kennedy. Older HackSpaceCons for 2 years ago and previous were just at Kennedy Space Center, but the Wi-Fi there wasn't great. It was very hard to hold workshops and stuff, and we were very limited on what we could do, which is basically no network. So anyway, with the Radisson, it's pretty awesome. They have fiber that they provide us, internet access to hand off to whatever equipment we want to provision. In the future, I'd love to grab sponsors and, test out different pieces of equipment and, different next-gen firewalls and stuff and see how, it compares maybe on some of the lab networks that we have. But for right now, it's kind of more basic setup, providing decent speed guest Wi-Fi and lab networks where needed. But yeah, it's really crazy. I've been a little stressed today. I'm trying to wrap up a bunch of loose ends before I travel tomorrow, because I don't want to think too much about stuff and or leave anyone hanging while I'm at the con. So definitely trying to get everything wrapped up. I've been working at my desk for the last bunch of hours. I walked the puppy, but besides that, I've been pretty much glued to my desk trying to finish up some reports, and we're working on some sales stuff as well. But I'm taking a break from all that. I'm actually in my car right now. I'm heading to the first Monday of every month in Jacksonville. We do a JaxMesh.com Meshtastic Mondays, or Mesh Mondays. It's at a local coffee shop here that's, they have pretty decent food and some booze and stuff too. So it's a good spot. Heading there with my doggo. It's dog friendly. And everyone gives her lots of pets, so it's super awesome. I've been really involved with Meshtastic for the past couple of years. Originally inspired by Darknet NG and Gatorbyte at DEF CON. I put my first Meshtastic radio together for that. And that first year honestly was pretty horrible. But the second year that Darknet did a Meshtastic radio, so the first year we had 400 plus nodes in Vegas, and I think the largest Meshtastic network at that time, and a couple of years ago, was 80 nodes. So we just completely flooded the capabilities of the system, and it locked up, and it just was not great. But then the year after, seeing the amount of love that the team put in to actually make it work, where we had 1,200 plus nodes in Vegas, all talking, and we could be on other sides of the strip entirely and still communicate. It was just really, really cool. I remember I'm very thankful to end every one of my DEF CONs pretty much with a TelePhreak party. And I remember that year, I was at ShowerCon, which is, so TelePhreak parties held in this giant suite generally, and a bunch of hackers decided to make a, no recording, no, very kind of just quiet, no judgment talks zone in the bathroom. And it's been, affectionately ShowerCon for a long time now. So if you ever hear that, that's what they're talking about. But I sprung up into the ShowerCon talk about Meshtastic and just how amazing it was after that con. Because I just wanted to tell people it's like, this barely worked the year before, and now it's like rock solid. And the UI, it wasn't there, and there's obviously a lot of gaps that they continue to develop. But it's been an amazing project. So after that DEF CON, I spun off and I created a small company making radios, and then also a local group here, which is JaxMesh. And we just recently switched from long fast to medium fast. And then, ironically enough, we switched back. We had more coverage gaps. It was like better for some people on long fast, and better for others on medium fast. So, ultimately, like I don't think of myself as someone to make unilateral decisions. Even though I founded the group, when I think about Meshtastic, it's a mesh networking technology where you connect all these nodes. And one of the beautiful things about it to me is no one controls that. If you're sharing the same channels, then it doesn't matter who or what has that other node. Your encrypted communications can pass through them, and I think that's like super refreshing in this world. So it's very important for me to make sure we get votes for everything and get community involvement and teach people. Like, teaching people is the most important thing, because it's really hard to just understand Meshtastic at this point, or really any LoRa radio. So I've been trying to do talks and teach people. But yeah, I'm so proud of the group here. Like a year ago, we couldn't really use the network, and now we have over 100 nodes tracked on MQTT actively, but honestly, it's even more. So super excited to see where we are in a couple of years. It's really cool. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great one. I'm sure I'll call back during Hackspace. Take care.
Thanks for listening to Hackers IRL. Background music is Simplicity by Macroform. If you've got a story of your own, a breach, a leak, a close call, or just something on your mind, join us. Call 904-915-HACK. That's 904-915-4225. Up to 10 minutes. Choose to preserve your OPSEC, and we distort your voice before anyone hears it. End of transmission.